Launching a successful Etsy store may seem overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. With the right approach, you can create a profitable store in just 30 days. Whether you're starting from scratch or finally acting on a long-time idea, this step-by-step guide will simplify the entire process, ensuring you have everything you need to build, promote, and grow your Etsy shop. Let's dive in and turn your passion into profits in 30 days. Launching an Etsy store starts with identifying what you're going to sell. This step might seem simple, but it's one of the most important parts of your journey. The key is to find a niche that aligns with your skills or interests while also appealing to customers. Start by brainstorming things you're passionate about, whether it's handmade jewelry, home decor, digital prints, or personalized gifts. Once you have a list of ideas, research what's popular on Etsy. Type in keywords related to your products into the Etsy search bar and look at the results. Pay attention to what's trending, the kind of products that have a lot of reviews, and what people are actually buying. The goal is to find a balance between something you love creating and something people actually want to buy. If the market seems oversaturated, think about how you can stand out by offering a unique design, a creative twist, or better pricing. Personal touches like customizations or handmade elements can give you an edge over competitors. Once you have your niche in mind, think about who your ideal customer is. Are they young professionals, parents, or teenagers? Are they looking for something practical, decorative, meaningful? The better you understand your target audience, the easier it will be to create products that they'll love. You can even check customer reviews on similar Etsy products to see what buyers are saying. Look for common phrases or complaints. These insights can help refine your product ideas and ensure that they meet your audience's needs by identifying your audience early and making sure that you set yourself up for a better connection with potential buyers. After deciding what your niche is, it's time to create your Etsy account and open your shop. The first thing you want to do is head down to the link down in the description and get started with Etsy. Once you click that link, you should be brought to a page that looks like this. Now, once you're on Etsy, the first thing you want to do is hit the sign in button. Now, we don't have an account yet, so we want to go ahead and click the register button. The first thing we'll do is enter in our email address, our first name, and then our password. Once we have all that information filled out, we'll then hit the register button. Now that we've hit the register button, we are officially inside of Etsy and we have an Etsy account. The next step we want to do is head on over to the Sell on Etsy option, which is going to be right here when you click the drop down arrow. As you can see, millions of shoppers can't wait to see what you have in store. So we're going to hit the Get Started button. Once you hit the Get Started button, it will then give us a short welcome walkthrough kind of tutorial thing that you can go through. Then you're going to click the Let's Do This button. Once you click that button, it's going to ask you a few questions about getting started with your store. We're going to skip these questions for now because I'm going to show you how to do this all manually. The first thing they'll ask you, is there anything you'd like help with? And you can choose as many topics as you want for this specific part. You might need help with deciding what to sell, shop name or branding, selling online, taking photos of the item, getting discovered, packing and shipping, and a host of other options. Once again though, we can also skip this question. As you can see, now time for the fun part. We can hit the Start Your Shop button. Once you hit the Start Your Shop button, it'll then take us through the setup wizard. The first thing here is deciding on the shop language. And for the sake of this video, we're going to go with English. The next thing is deciding on the shop country. Once again, I'm going to go with United States, and shop currency, which is going to be the United States dollar. Again, if you're in a different country watching this video, make sure to set these properly. Your shop name should be easy to remember, related to your products, and ideally reflect your personality or brand. You want to make sure to avoid names that are too generic or hard to spell, as this can make it harder for your customers to find you. Once your name's set, you'll need to fill out your shop's profile, and this includes writing a short bio about yourself or your brand, setting your shop policies, and deciding on shipping options. Now, for the sake of our shop's name, we can make this just about anything. For this example, I'm going to say that we are a leather goods shop, so I'm going to call our shop Leather and More, or something like that. And again, you can add special characters here, so that way people actually kind of understand what they're actually looking at, and it's kind of diversified from everything else in the market here. Once we have all this, we're good to go, and we can hit the Save and Continue button. Fortunately, though, it does look like this name is already taken. This can happen, but they give you nice suggestions here that you can use as a backup. Hit the Save and Continue button, which will then take us to this page where we tell them about our listing. The first is our category. We'll say for this one that we're making wallets, specifically leather wallets, but we'll say wallets just for now. Once we have this, we can then choose between either a physical item or a digital file. Up next, we'll then ask us who made it. We can say that I did. What is it? This is a finished product. And when was it made? We can say that this was made whenever, but we'll just say that they're made to order. We'll say that it's made from assembled purchase parts. It'll then ask us what tools we use to do this. We can say just about anything here, handheld or hand-guided tools or computerized tools and machines. Once we have all this filled out, we'll then hit Save and Continue. Now we're on to the next page, which is adding more details. The first is the title of this product. For this product, we'll go ahead and title it Leather Wallet. Now that we have that title, we then can add photos and videos. You can add up to 10 photos and even one video. Now this is a required thing, so make sure you have a few different requirements here. You can either use JPEG, GIF, or PNG, and then also the recommended size is about 2000 pixels for the shortest side and resolution resolution of about 72 ppi. Once we have all that selected, we'll then head down to the description, add a short product description, add some personalization here, add our price and quantity, add any variations that we can find. We can also mess with the tags and attributes here to make them easier to find on our actual storefront, and then go to the very bottom here where we can add more details, more categories, and then obviously add shipping. There's also the option to mess with some of the settings here for returns and exchanges if we offer them or if we don't offer them. And then at the very bottom here, we're pretty much done with everything as far as the settings go. We can then hit the save and continue button. Now, once you get through this step, you'll then be setting up your billing and your payment. This is basically where you're just either linking your bank account or your PayPal so that way you can actually get paid from Etsy. Once you're done with that, you'll then set up some quick shop security to make sure that your store is secure. And after that, you're pretty much ready to go. One of the really keys here is to let buyers know how long it takes to process and ship orders, whether you accept returns or any other details that they need to know. Clear policies help build trust and avoid misunderstandings later on. Your shop profile is also an opportunity to connect with your audience on a personal level. With this, you can share a bit about your story, like why you started your shop in the first place or what inspires your creations. People love to buy from small businesses that feel authentic and approachable. Use this section to highlight what makes your shop unique, whether it's your attention to detail, sustainable materials, or dedication to quality. Adding a photo of yourself or your workspace can make your shop feel more welcoming. Up next, focus on your product listings, as this will convince customers to make a purchase. Each listing should include a descriptive title, high quality photos, and a detailed product description. Your title should include keywords that people might use to search for your product in the first place. For example, instead of just writing necklace, you could write gold pendant necklace for women, minimalist jewelry. The goal is to make your product easy to find. When it comes to photos, take clear pictures in natural light. Use a plain background or styled props that match your brand to make your product stand out. You can show multiple angles and close-ups so customers can see the details. If you're selling something customizable, make sure to include examples of different options. For descriptions, make sure to focus on the benefits of your product. Explain what makes it unique and how it's made and why the buyer will love it. Include keywords naturally in your description to improve your search rankings and SEO. Adding a section for FAQs in your listing can also help address common customer questions up front. For example, if you sell custom orders, let buyers know how to submit their requests on what the turnaround time is. If your products require special care, include instructions so buyers know how to keep their items in great condition. Clear communication not only improves the shopping experience, but it also can save you time by reducing the number of messages that you need to answer. Pricing your products is another important step here. You want to price your items high enough to make a profit, but low enough to stay competitive. Start by calculating your costs, including materials, time, Etsy fees, and shipping supplies. Once you have a clear idea of your expenses, research what similar products are selling for. Don't try to be the cheapest option if it means you won't make a profit, but also don't overprice your items if customers can get something similar for less. Offer fair and reasonable pricing that reflects the value of your product and encourages buyers to choose your shop. If you're unsure about pricing, consider testing a few different pricing options to see what works best. With your listings ready, the next step is marketing your shop to attract customers. Social media is one of the most powerful tools for promoting your Etsy store. Platforms like Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok are perfect for showcasing your products through photos, videos, and creative content. On Instagram, post pictures of your products and share behind-the-scenes stories about how you create them. Pinterest is another great platform, as it allows users to discover your products through search. You can create pins that link directly to your Etsy linkings and use keywords in your pin descriptions. TikTok is ideal for creating short, engaging videos that show your products in use or highlight their unique features. The goal is to create a buzz around your store and encourage people to visit your Etsy shop. If you're willing to invest a little, Etsy ads can also help you gain visibility. These ads display your products to potential customers when they search for related keywords. Start with a small daily budget and monitor your ad performance to see which products get the most clicks. Ads can be especially helpful when you're just starting out and trying to build momentum for your store. Keep an eye on your return on investment, or ROI, to ensure that your ad spend is bringing in more sales than it costs. Providing excellent customer service is another key to running a successful Etsy shop. Make sure to respond to messages from potential buyers quickly and professionally. Be friendly and answer their questions and make them feel confident about purchasing from your store. When you receive an order, package it carefully and ensure it arrives in perfect condition. Use bubble wrap or padding for fragile items and include a thank you note to show your appreciation. Adding a personal touch can leave a lasting impression and increase the likelihood of a positive review. Reviews are crucial for building more trust and encouraging more sales, so always aim to exceed your customers' expectations. Shipping can also play a big role in your shop's success. Buyers want their orders to arrive quickly and in good condition. Choose reliable shipping carriers and provide tracking information whenever possible. If you're selling internationally, make sure you understand the rules for shipping to different countries and any potential customs fees. You can also offer multiple shipping options so customers can choose between standard or expedited shipping. Transparent shipping policies and clear communication about delivery times helps create a positive shopping experience. As your shop starts to gain traction, it's important to track your performance and look for ways to improve. Etsy provides analytics tools that show how many people are visiting your storefront, which listings are most popular, and where your traffic's coming from. Use this information to refine your strategy. If one product is selling well, consider adding more items in the same category. If certain listings aren't getting much attention, maybe think about updating the photos, titles, or descriptions to make them more appealing. Consistently updating and improving your shop will help you stay ahead of the competition and keep your customers interested. Another way to grow your Etsy shop is by encouraging repeat customers. Offer discounts by returning buyers or create a loyalty program to reward customers to make multiple purchases. Adding new products regularly also gives your audience a reason to keep coming back. Let your customers know when they're launching new items or running special promotions by sending them updates through Etsy's messaging system or social media. Collaborating with other Etsy sellers or influencers in your niche can also help you reach a wider audience. You can think about partnering with influencers who share your target audience, ask them to promote your products in exchange for free samples or a commission. Collaborations can introduce your shop to new customers and boost your credibility. Finally, remember that consistency is key. Running an Etsy shop is not a set it and forget it process. Dedicate time each week to updating your listings, creating new products, and promoting your shop. Be patient and persistent, especially in the early stages when sales might be slow. Building a successful Etsy store takes time, but with consistent effort and focus on providing value to your customers, you'll find on the path of profitability in no time. Once again, if you guys want to get started with Etsy, make sure you use the link down in the description to get started with them. Also remember that those links are affiliate links and they do support creating videos just like this one, so thank you in advance for your support. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you guys in a future one. Make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.